Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Grim Report. Grim here. Apparently, guys, this is going to be a really strange one. I call this the Possessed Man. Well, this guy wasn't really possessed. He was actually mentally ill. He was locked in a cage for over 30 years. 30 years. His parents believed he was possessed by a spirit. They didn't understand the man's mental health, though, and even tried to exercise the evil spirit to really, from him. After return produced, they found he was strangely and reluctantly decided to lock him up in a cage for 30 years. This man, on release, was 39 years old. So you can only imagine how old he was when he was locked up. He was recently filmed by concerned neighbors. His hand grasping through the cage, They sent footage to professionals who arranged to free him. The man was caged for more than 30 years. Incredibly, his mother, Langley, admitted that it was her husband who reluctantly put him in the cage 30 years ago, more than 30 years ago. Since the 1980s, their son, who has been identified, lived alone in a dark, damp cage in Hupu Country, Gogguan town, is South China. Let's just say South China. Miss Langley explained it started when the boy when he was 6. The Uber investigation driver investigates driver who threatened customer for recording. He was an Uber driver. He threatened customers for recording his swearing, waving tequila before demanding a tip. When he went missing and found by local villagers who performed exorcism on him, he was returned to his parents, but they said that day he had acted strangely, leading them to believe he had been possessed by an evil spirit. But neighbors filmed him, His mother would run around aimlessly on the street. His mother said he would run around aimlessly on the street. At the age of 12, he would run around crazy, like, oh, whatever. I'm not going to mimic the guy because I don't know what he does. But, he'd run around the streets aimlessly, like he didn't know what he was doing or where he was going. He didn't consult They didn't consult a medical physician. They didn't consult anybody like that. They just said, okay, he's possessed. There ain't no cure for him, so let's just lock him up. I mean, that's a thing is a lot of the people at that point, at that time, they didn't really, in China, they didn't know what mentally ill was. It was 1980s, for God's sake, so there wasn't really much for him unless they were going to lock him up in a mental institute like they do most people now. But now there's some medication for things now, so maybe they can get this guy some help. But to be honest, guys, I mean, it took his neighbors to film what was going on before I could, before they actually got this guy help. That's pretty bad, you know. Sorry, guys, a little bit bright. Sorry about that. But to be honest, that's kind of messed up. Of course, you know, you're a family, you're a farm family, you're way, way out there. No medical hospital for miles around. And you think your son's possessed by a demon. You know, if you're not that intelligent yourself, and there's no doctor around to say, oh, he's not possessed, he's mentally ill, get him help, you know, you might do the same thing for the betterment of your child. But locking him in a cage, and this guy was sickly ill looking. I've seen the pictures. I won't show you guys that because it's disturbing. This guy was skeleton thin, almost skeleton thin, because of what they were feeding him. And to think, to be locked up for 30 years because your parents believed you were possessed by a spirit, because one day, bam, you just, at the age of 12, he was running around like he was, pardon the term, crazy anyways. But, wow, 30 years locked up. This is coast to coast, guys. You can look it up if you want to. I just possessed man. If you want to know the title of it, on Coast to Coast. But yeah, 30 years. Wow. I would like to know from you people, the women who are mothers who watch my show, if you were in that position and there was no physicians around or nothing, what would you do? Would you do your best to get your kid help, or would you lock him up? Yeah, I know it was reluctantly, but still, they still locked him up. But what would you do? Let me know in the comments. Leave me a thumbs up if you liked the video. And if you're not a subscriber yet, subscribe for more grim news. I do different types of news, not just, you know, some paranormal, some not. Mostly paranormal. And some are like this. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe to Vault Nightmares, The Candle Librarian, Chaos Theory Productions, Vamp Lugosi, and Dark Waters, and Wicked One. They all got good stuff. Vamp's working on some collab, so she's not got anything on her channel yet. Chaos has always got, DW's always got stuff going out. Chaos has stuff coming out constantly, just like Dark Waters. Lakea, she's got some good stuff on her channel. She's taking a hiatus along with the Vault of Nightmares, taking some time off. We all need it, guys. But if you're part of the family, you know this. If not, then you don't. So that's why I'm telling you. Yeah, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, good luck, good night, God bless.